What's up? It's George the Fragrance Apprentice. Yesterday I did a review of Terence Hughes' Tobacco, Oud and Vanilla. I gave it a good review. It was a very pleasant fragrance, very nice fragrance, and you can watch my review of it. It's very good, and I've enjoyed wearing it over winter, and yeah, very good. Anyway, I got a tremendous, well, not a tremendous, but a pretty decent backlash from people, some justified, some not so justified. But my favourite comment, and this isn't just a comment that I saw on this video, this is a comment I've actually seen on other videos, and this was a comment that was made to a friend of mine who got an email basically saying, "Oh, that Terence Hughes, you don't want to be involved with him because he's not a perfumier." Why not? There were reasons, actually. There was, well, he used to be a hairdresser. Oh, my lord. Oh, such a shame. He used to be a hairdresser. There were other things like, well, he didn't get trained. He didn't go to school. He didn't get, I don't know what you're supposed to do to officially become a perfumier. Maybe you're supposed to go to the queen of the country that you were trained in. She sort of gets the sword out, knights you, for the Father, for the Holy Spirit, you are now a perfumier, or something along those lines. But yeah, he didn't train and all this kind of stuff, and he's only just a chemist, and he used to be a hairdresser. Big fucking deal. And I guess that these are all really compelling arguments, if you don't live in reality. I mean, what year is this? Is this how we're judging artists? Because they didn't study, or they didn't go to some prestigious school. You do know how art works and how artists work, do you? I mean, there was this guy, name was James Cameron. He was a truck driver in Los Angeles for about like 27, 28 years of his life. And then he was like, you know what, I don't want to do this. I want to be a filmmaker. And he studied here and there, not in film school, any sort of professional film school. He actually learned on the job as a truck driver, and then he gained enough knowledge and then did some visual effects work and then made a film, got it sold, got it shown, and then that gave him enough money to then go on and make his other films. But James Cameron, I mean, who's that guy? What did he do? Oh, that's right. He did the Terminator series and Titanic and Avatar. What's Titanic and Avatar again? Oh, yeah, it was at one point the two highest grossing films of all time. Was Jimi Hendrix not a good guitar player because he just suddenly decided to pick up a guitar and started strumming it? Was Van Gogh not really a painter because he didn't actually study anything to do with painting? They didn't even really have any art schools at that time. Is he not a painter because he got a canvas and threw paint on there? Have you ever seen did you see the biopic of Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, with Freddie Mercury? He didn't go to no music school or anything like that. He just literally turned up in a pub. There happened to be a band, and he was like, "Can I be your singer?" It's funny, I don't remember in that film where the band look at him and go, "Hang on a minute, mate. Did you go to a prestigious music school? Have you got a scholarship in singing? Well, we can't have you in this band." What a load of fucking rubbish. This is just a load of fucking bollocks, a load of fucking rubbish, and I don't understand why we're suddenly putting these imaginary boundaries on Terence Hughes. I don't remember us doing that with any other indie perfumier ever. There's been tons of them. There's been hundreds of these indie perfumier houses that have suddenly appeared and come in. One being imaginary authors, so we are all going to now rock up to Josh Meyer's house and be like, "Get down on the fucking ground! Where are your fucking qualifications, Josh, mate?" We all going to do that now? We all going to freaking rock up to Josh Lobbs of Slumber House and be like, "Yo, mate, did you go to school? Did you do this for 5 years? We need those 5 years, Josh, before we can call you a proper perfumier," or, it doesn't really count. Artists are just artists. And actually, the majority of artists, Steven Spielberg, he actually got kicked out of film school, I believe. I think that many, many different filmmakers who actually became successful either left or got kicked out of film school because it didn't work for them. Because an artist's mind doesn't actually work very well with the academic curriculum. I only went to film school to leave it. I didn't really. I actually I got a diploma. There was a degree year, but I just thought, mate, this is a load of bollocks. I don't understand. I just want to go and make some actual films. I didn't get a degree. Am I not a filmmaker now? Am I not? Does all those videos I did not count? It's a load of bollocks. What I really think is that I think that Aaron Terence Hughes just ruffled a load of people's feathers. And don't get me wrong, I get it. The guy can piss me off with some of his opinions. He really can. I really didn't like it when he, was blind tested Aventus and he was like, something, this smells like every generic fragrance I've smelled. And I'm like, dude, it's Aventus. All these generic fragrances come from Aventus. There's lots of houses that he doesn't know. There's lots of fragrances that he doesn't know. And I know that really grinds people, and I know that really rubs people the wrong way. But guess what? Guess who absolutely didn't watch any mainstream films, didn't really actually know all that much about film in a way, didn't watch a lot of films. Guy's name was Stanley Kubrick. He was an eccentric, very hard to get along with, quite socially awkward, weird. I'm not saying that Aaron Terence Hughes is any of these things, but he didn't know any films. He didn't really watch any films. But then suddenly he'd be like, you know what? I really like White Men Can't Jump. But yet he makes masterpieces like The Shining, Eyes Wide Shut, Barry Lyndon, Full Metal Jacket. This is a guy who didn't actually watch any mainstream films, wasn't really interested in watching any films, but he still made masterpieces. And that really pissed a lot of people off, the same way that Aaron Terence Hughes is pissing a lot of people off. Am I saying that Aaron Terence Hughes is the Stanley Kubrick of fragrance? No. But what I'm saying to you here is, let's all live in reality again. Can we please get back to reality? I don't really feel comfortable in this weird place where people are just saying really stupid shit that doesn't make any sense. If we're allowed to, with a straight face, say that the guy who made Jimmy Choo Urban Hero is a fucking perfumier, I'm sure that we can call Aaron Terence Hughes a perfumier. If we're going to call all the people at the frickin' clone houses, if we're going to call all those guys and gals perfumiers, then guess what? We're calling fucking Aaron Terence Hughes a perfumier. And I want to say something here. I'm not even defending Aaron Terence Hughes. He can rub me up the wrong way. He bashed Roach-Ass Man. I thought that was totally uncalled for, and the way that he absolutely slated it actually made me feel quite hurt. But guess what? Too bad for me. Too fucking bad for me. Can you believe it? Two human beings disagreeing on a subject. What, on the planet Earth? Who would have fucking thunk it? I think that that's the truth. I think that people are really just pissed off by Aaron Terence Hughes' caustic comments about their favourite fragrances. And I don't know, maybe there's some homophobia involved. I don't know, maybe people don't like the way they look or sounds or whatever it is. So, but you can't say all of those things because that's too obvious and that's coming across like a bully. So what we'll say is, oh, well, he's not a perfumier because he just got a perfumier set and he's in his kitchen and he uses his kitchen tools. Oh, he uses his kitchen tools to measure the oils. That's not a real perfumier. Yeah, well, guess what? It's not about the instruments, it's about the artists. There's tons and tons of videos online where you see artists, musicians make and create music from not really a lot, some very basic things. One of my favorites is this guy was a guitar player. He gets like a child's guitar, like a car's guitar thing. He absolutely rips it to shreds. With a car's guitar. Many different filmmakers, many different musicians, they've not had the best kit, they've not had the best gear to create their art and do what they want, but they do it because they're artists at heart, and they can. And when you're a real artist and you actually want to do something and you actually really give a fuck and you really care about it, it doesn't matter what you could give me the shittest camera in the world, the worst lighting equipment, the worst audio equipment, I'd still make a good video because I have those skills, because I love doing it. So that's not an argument. Please, again, can we get back to reality, please, just for once? And finally, finally, who actually gets to say whether somebody's a perfumier or not? Who? Is it you? I don't think it is. Is it me? I don't think it is. Perfume. I'll tell you, if you want to be really, really technical about it, I'll tell you the closest thing to what we can actually say, okay, you're a perfumier. It's when you sell. It's when you make a product that you can actually sell. I'm going to say something very humbly, very, very honestly humbly. Aaron Terence Hughes is more of a perfumier in the business sense than I am a filmmaker. I haven't sold any of my films. I haven't been to a film market. I haven't been to Cannes or any of those places with any films and sold one of my films, because it's not called the beauty art. It's called the beauty business. It's not called the show art. It's called the show business. It's not called the film art. It's called the film business. As in, did you sell your shit? And Aaron Terence Hughes, whether he did it in his kitchen with his little ornaments, or whether he did it in some huge factory, or he did it with some oils, or some high quality oils, or some whatever, some synthetics, whatever it is, he made a product, got all the things together, and he got it into bloom, and he got it online, and he sold it, and people have bought it. So guess what? By business standpoint, he's a fucking perfumier, whether any of us like it or not. And that's the bottom line, whether people like it or not. Yeah, he is actually a perfumier. And I guess that why this pissed me off so much is because I have seen more times than not that actually it's the people who don't really have a lot, very underqualified, don't have the best equipment, don't have the best this, don't have the best that. They're just artists who just want to make a statement. Those are the ones who actually are usually very successful. Those are the ones that are usually very good. I've had a load of people come out of the film school that I went to, fully qualified, highest marks, real academics. What have they done? Nothing. They've got office jobs now. They work in factories, they work in this, they work in that. Nothing against that. More power to them. But the ones who are a bit weird, the ones who actually had a bit of a chip on their shoulder, who actually really didn't agree with the system and didn't agree with the academic side of things, those are the ones that actually got somewhere, and those are the ones that are still doing stuff today, a la myself. And hey, if after all this, you're still thinking to yourself, you know what? Aaron Terence Hughes isn't a perfumier. That's well within your right. You can think that. But please know that you're wrong. Please know that you're living in some sort of fantasy land where things aren't actually as they seem. Or maybe you could take to Twitter. Maybe you could do like a Donald Trump thing and you could put in like hashtag not my perfumier. So that's it. Might get a lot of hate from this. Oh, well, I know. Oh, sorry. Sorry me coming on here and telling the truth. You always hate it when I do that. It's a bad habit that I have, just coming on and just being honest with you. Would you like me to lie to you? Would you like me to just be like, oh yeah, this sucks and this is great and that's great and whatever? If you'd like me to do that, then, well, I'm sorry. I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, thanks for watching and peace out. Aaron Terence Hughes is a perfumier. If you'd like, I can dig you a ditch where you can go and cry about it. Oh, or would you need to see my CV of my digging abilities before I did that? Don't know about that one, mate. Anyway, cheers. I'm out. Bye.